I'm here to show you a few Yin Yoga postures that will alleviate discomfort in your low back. So to prepare yourself, you're going to want a comfortable place in a quiet room that's quite warm. It doesn't need to be hot or anything, just not cold. You might want to lay a yoga mat down or maybe a blanket with some towels, and then just one prop, any little towel or small blanket will do. You want to be able to roll it up, and it's just to keep you a little bit more comfortable. So when you practice yoga, you want to be with your breath as much as possible. You want to be nice and calm and still in the depth of the posture every time. And just know that for every body, it's going to look a little bit different because everybody's different, right? We're going to begin with a yoga posture called Savasana. You're going to lay down on your back on a mat. Oh, one more thing. If your mat can be close to a wall, it's going to be easier for the second posture that you're going to be practicing today. So you don't need the prop yet. You just put that aside. You're going to lay down on your back, bring your heels together, and just let your toes fall open. It doesn't matter what you're wearing, just anything that you're comfortable in is perfectly fine. So you lay down on your back and you let your feet relax. Your arms are in and close to the body with your palms facing the ceiling. You can open your legs a little bit or your arms a little bit just to get completely relaxed. And once you're in your yoga posture, in this case Savasana, really connect with your breath. Notice the sensations of breathing. Notice how your inhale invigorates you and your exhale brings you more relaxation. Really let your body go and melt into your mat as you exhale, letting all the air out every time, inhaling deeply every time. In Savasana, the more you relax, the more you benefit. This is the most anatomically neutral position for your body. It's where healing happens. It's okay to close your eyes. It's very normal for your mind to wander. If it does this, congratulate yourself. It's amazing that you noticed that your mind was wandering away from what you were doing. And just bring your attention back to your breath. Inhaling by the nose, exhaling by the nose. It may not feel like you're doing very much right now, but you are. This stillness is preparing you, relaxing you enough to get a little deeper into your yoga postures, helping to heal you. Take 2 more deep inhales, 2 more deep exhales. And as you finish up your last exhale, you're going to open your eyes. Just move into a seated position for just a moment. What I'd like you to do now is to bring your hip against the wall, and then you're going to slide your feet up the wall so that your legs are facing up the wall. And we just call this simple posture, legs up the wall. Now, if you'd like, you can actually take that blanket or towel that you have and put it on top of your feet over your heels so that your heels will be pressing against the blanket as opposed to the wall, bringing you just a little bit more comfort. Your arms are by your side, palms facing up once again, and you just relax. Be with your breath. maybe you apply a little bit of constriction to your throat so that you're feeling the breath more in your throat than you are in your nose. This will allow you to hear your breath a little bit as well. We call this ocean breathing. Breathing in and out by your nose. This type of breathing is very relaxing for your central nervous system. Two more deep inhales, two more deep exhales. And as you finish off your last exhale, tip your legs off to the side again. You're going to move back into a seated position. The next posture that you're going to do is child's pose. So to do this, you kind of come into like a four-legged position and let your hips fall back towards your heels. Now, it depends on your body. Sometimes we want to open our heels and let our hips go right to the floor between our feet. It is entirely up to you. Some people like to have their knees a little closer together. Sometimes our knees are closer than our feet. Sometimes they're the same width. Just whatever feels right for you. You're going to let your hips fall back and then stretch your arms out in front of you, and your forehead's going to come to the mat in front of you. Now, if this seems very difficult for you, don't let it be difficult. It's okay for your hips to be high up. You can also bring your arms beside you if you'd like. Child's pose is very relieving, very stress reducing. You want to be in a position though where you feel a little bit of sensation in your hips and some sensation in your low back as well. Once again, you can close your eyes and just come to your breath. Deep inhales by the nose, deep exhales by the nose. Breathing in and out by the nose activates your parasympathetic nervous system. That's your rest and digest reflex. So just keep your mouth closed and breathe in and out by your nose. And try to extend your exhale just a little bit longer, pushing more air out than you do in. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. And at the end of your exhale, you're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulders, push yourself up, and lie down on your back once again. Now this time, I would like you to take your mat or your towel or your blanket and roll it up into a bit of a tube shape so that it's a little bit thicker. And you're going to place that underneath your low spine for what's called a supported back bend. So just right where you're having the discomfort in your back, just lean back onto the mat. And again, laying down and on your back in Savasana. Now your arms might need to be a little wider this time and your legs a little wider. But just enjoy your Savasana once again with the supported back bend this time. Now be sure not to be clenching your jaw, so let your teeth fall away from each other, your tongue fall away from the roof of your mouth. Unfurrow your brow, relax your shoulders. Let your body get heavy, really trust gravity. And just at the end of your next exhale, you're going to bend your knees, press into your feet, remove the support from underneath your back, and then roll over onto your stomach for the final posture that I'm going to show you today, which is Sphinx pose. Now, in Sphinx, you're laying down on your stomach. Now, again, this is different for some people. For some people, it might be enough just to bring your chin out in front of you. Again, you want to feel this in the low spine. We're trying to relieve some tension there in these yin postures. Now, if you need more, your hands can come underneath your shoulders, or you can use your support. Just bring it underneath your chest, and that'll bring you up a little bit as well. And you can toy with where it works best for you. Now, if you want even more, you can actually come up onto your forearms. And some people may even want to press into their hands and come right up in full Sphinx. Just whatever feels best for you. Now, when your arms are underneath you, if you want to bring them out in front of you, if that's better for you, that's okay too. Once you're here, if you want to go a little deeper, you can lift your head up and look towards the ceiling, but that's not necessary. You can also drop your head down. And then if you want more in the low back, you can bring your legs closer together. You can keep them wide if that's what's best for you, but you can also bring them together. And you just find your best Sphinx pose, and then just hold it here once again, and breathe. I invite you to use that ocean breathing where there's the slight constriction in your throat so you can hear your breath like waves on the ocean. If at any time you want to go a little deeper into your yoga postures, do so on the exhale. You're going to notice it feels much different than when you do this on the inhale. So it's inhale, and then as you exhale, you go a little bit deeper, only if that's what you'd like. finish this off, you're just going to bring yourself back down onto your mat, put your hands underneath your shoulders and push yourself up. And if you'd like, I invite you to finish off your little practice here by laying down in Savasana once again. So laying down on your back, your heels together, your toes apart, your arms in close to your body with the palms facing the ceiling. I also invite you to practice these postures for longer. So it's ideal to hold these postures for about 3 to 5 minutes each normally, but if you only have a little bit of time, then this should do the trick nicely for you as well. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for taking care of yourself. It really does matter. Namaste.